to Buttonwillow Raceway, taking the exit right now, then turning left. The track is straight down there, and we are joining FSE LA today. They are a fantastic company to get your car worked on at. Plus, it's going to be extra exciting today because we're going to be meeting up with their new Mustang GT4 while it's being completely set up for the racetrack. Alrighty, this is it. We have made it to Buttonwillow Raceway. I'm all suited up, and I'm really excited to get back out there and look around us right now. There's literally, there's nobody here. So that means no traffic, open track, and that means we can, get a feel for this car again and have a ton of fun. And this time around, I actually have the normal non-R compound tires on the CA Corvette. So I've only tried this car one time without the R compounds, and it was pretty good. It's just having R compounds made it feel much more hooked up. However, I'm excited to find out how it feels again, going back to the roots of how this car originally comes, right? But you know what though, let's meet up with FSC because they've got their whole array of really nice supercars here, all being tested and tuned right now for this track. Jonathan, how you doing, man? Good to see you again.
Good to see you.
I like that you're in the full-on racing suit.
Thank you.
Awesome, dude. I'm really excited about this. Thank you for the invite out here. This is a really, really fun track. And have you been going out a lot today so far? Obviously, you have got the suit on.
Actually, I did drive the Mustang GT4 go out.
Did you drive the GT4 on track?
Yes.
How does that feel?
It feels pretty good. It's a race car, so race car just feels a race car.
Yeah, race car, right?
Race
Oh
car
my
is a race car.
gosh.
It's not a street car, so it's completely different.
Having slicks and no interior and having that sequential gearbox, it looks so cool. I'm excited to see him out on track.
Lighter a lot, so
Yeah.
you can feel the downforce. You can feel the car is lighter. It's perfect.
How does it feel with the homologated horsepower? Does it still feel like it accelerates pretty hard?
It's not really hard, I think. Yeah.
Well, not hard compared to a Pista, right? You've driven this one on track?
Yes.
Oh, you have.
The tire is not the best tire actually. So
What kind of tire does it have on?
This is the Dunlop. I forgot.
Oh, the Dunlops?
Yeah, the Dunlop.
305s out back. I think these come with like the Cup 2Rs, don't they? Is that like the original
This
option?
Pista has the Cup 2R.
Oh, it does. How do they feel?
This Cup 2R is pretty good, but but Cup 2R only can use like one track day or
Really?
half track day. So second track day is
And like I can tell, these are being pretty used, right? The outer edge is getting kind of beat up, but oh, they do feel warm. Overall, then how many seconds faster than the Cup 2Rs are compared to like the normal Cup 2?
we didn't do the compare.
Oh, you haven't done that?
Yeah.
We need two Pistas with one of the normal Cup 2s and then one with Cup 2Rs. That'll be a lot of fun. So how much horsepower does the Pista have again?
710. It's
Really?
700.
700? It looks so cool with that twin turbo V8 in the back. I love it, man. These cars are special. You don't see Pistas every day. So what's the game plan right now for the Pistas?
Actually, for the Pistas, just our customers' cars, so we do arrive and drive trackside support for Pistas and Alan's new GT4.
How's it running? Have you guys done a few sessions so far with it?
I also did a couple test lap and feel the car is pretty good. Suspension is good, gearbox fitting is good, and sound is amazing.
Getting any pretty good lap times with it?
145.
Really? 145? Oh, dude, that's hauling, man. On its first track event here. Dude, that's really fast, dude. Great work on that. There's plenty of downforce in the rear. Does it feel hooked up?
Yeah, you can feel even in the rear side, the high-speed corner, you can feel the car is really stable in the corner.
And what kind of tires do you have on it?
The tire is the Michelin S8M.
Oh, so full-on slicks.
Yeah, full sleeve.
Wow. You know what, Jonathan? You got to give me a ride in this thing, man. That'll
Of
be.
course, I hope I can, but it's only
Oh.
one seat inside.
That's right. There's only one seat. Bummer, dude. This would have been a dream to fill this thing on track, man.
I know you have a Mustang GT500, so do you want to try out this car?
Really?
Yeah,
Dude, for sure.
Compare the GT4 and GT500.
Oh, that's gonna be really exciting thinking about that. Imagine that, guys. A 760 horsepower 500 I used to own compared to the homologated GT4 race car. This is the car that Ford actually races in competitive series like IMSA. I think it's the Continental Sports Car Tire Challenge. So how much fast? This must be seconds faster, man. I've never driven an all-out Mustang race car before, but 100%, man.
I didn't have any experience about GT500, so drive and give me a
Yeah, I'll let you know about that one for sure. Okay, guys, here we go. it's insane. Honestly, when you go from the 500 track pack or like a GT350 then into one of these, it shows you how tame your car actually is, and it makes you realize I want to get a race car now because it's just that much better. The GT4 was incredible, but you know what though? We have a very, very exciting, different car we're gonna hop in right now that is, in some ways you can call it a competitor, that being Ford versus Ferrari, and we have Corey right here, owner of FSC. How you doing, man?
Oh, hi.
Good to see you, dude. This, I can't imagine how fast this thing is. And getting out of the GT4, the actual race car, getting into a street legal race car to a certain degree, I'm excited to feel the difference, man. Dude, you gotta give me a good hot lap in this thing.
Actually, let's just go.
Yeah, for sure. Okay guys, here we are. First time getting in a Ferrari Pista. I'm excited to feel the difference between this and that thing right there. Alrighty. It is pretty tight. There we go. Yeah, how are you gonna reach that fire extinguisher down there, Corey? I'm blocking it for you.
I think maybe if I have a pistol, somebody gonna reach it for you. Yeah, I gotta put in race, so certain degree of
those tires are. So then going on track, is this how you control the windows? Just pull up? Alrighty.
Yeah, so Mustang doing 145 with no setup.
Really?
Yeah, we haven't even set up the car yet for this track. It's very bumpy. I think it's the setup is for some East Coast really smooth track.
Okay, I gotcha. What's the fastest you've got in this car?
This car, I haven't done it yet actually. Last time was 149 something.
Really?
With the tire. We haven't even put a sticky tire. This car with the factory ceramic brake. It's not that good for the truck actually.
Gotta hold on. Mustang GT4, those gear changes are really fast too, but it's a different feeling in
Yes.
this car.
So the Mustang is the sequential box,
Yeah,
and this one's the dual clutch.
dual clutch.
Actually, just a programming different. So
Really?
this for Ferrari gearbox. So very comparable, I would say, to the TDF. The TDF is even faster.
It is?
Yes, I drove the TDF. It's amazing car. And this one really similar feeling of changing gear. Similar.
One thing this car does need though, you need those full-on race bucket seats.
Yes.
Like the GT4. Because I'm going this way, I'm trying to hang on as hard as I can. But it's really interesting too because it kind of feels like the tail can kick out, but when it does, it's a gradual, playful type experience. It honestly reminds me of my 600 LT in a weird way. I don't know.
Oh, the Mustang. Check it out.
Oh, there he is. So on the straightaways, you completely out-accelerate them.
Yes.
But in the corners, that might be where he has you. Sweet. Hey man, thank you for that ride, dude. Again, you're a phenomenal driver, dude. It shows you how the experience between a street track car and a track car, this does feel edgy to a certain degree, but then when you get in that, it's just plain raw. But at the same time, I kind of feel like these cars give you a lot of driving aids that help you go fast.
Yes,
and not
correct.
be too hard.
So this you can have fun, but still safe.
Yeah.
So the system like the race, it actually learn when you drive. It sets ESC learning. So after you finish one lap, it actually sets the learning is done.
Wow.
And then when you go to say like turn 2, did you feel the rotation? It actually rotates itself. So you learn the track. This is very good. So for the beginner, you can feel the fun, but it's still safe.
Yeah.
For the advanced driver, you can turn to CT off.
And you can work your way
Yeah,
up.
you can walk your way up. And sports is really for people want to have fun the first time here. And then there's no slip angle, so you feel really safe. When you stop, you turn, just the car won't go sideways. It's really safe. Race give you a little rotation. They actually learn the track, so there's more rotation. You feel like usually we either lift, so the car rotate, and then we gas. But this car, you can stay on gas, it will rotate itself after
Is
you do
it-
one lap.
Do you
on the
feel
track.
much turbo lag at all, or is it really, it's tuned really well?
Oh, this turbo, I almost feel no turbo lag.
Wow.
So the throttle response, you can't say it's like natural aspirated. It's still, you will feel it's turbo.
So compared to the 720S.
Yes, turbos. So this compared to 720S, I think less turbo lag. It's actually a little less turbo lag, but it's not like Porsche. Like NA, it's still really fast, but I don't think it matters much. Like turbo right now, the turbo technology and the manufacturer who tune the car, like yeah, turbo is the future. This is so fast in a straight line.
Oh yeah. Thank you so much for the ride, man.
All right.
It was a ton of fun actually getting to experience the Ford Mustang GT4. This thing, I mean, I'm in shock about it. It is so fast. Also, major shout out to the owner, Alan, and you can find his Instagram right now floating on the screen somewhere. It is AMA Motorhead. Super cool guy. The tires on this car really make a huge difference. Having slicks on your track car, I mean, the level of grip that you have, it makes it not just fun and easy to go fast, but also reliable. You know, you don't feel worried about it at all. Plus, with these brakes up front, the brake bite is really good. And interestingly, being in a race car like this, I learned how much you got to really push down with pressure on that brake pedal. Because if you brush it like you would in the C8 Corvette or maybe even the Trackback GT 500, you will not get that initial same bite or reaction from the entire braking system. So you have to treat this car, drive it in such a different way, such a different manner than a street car. And I absolutely love it for that. And the level of downforce that you have, without a doubt, this car is faster than the track pack I had. I love the track pack regardless, but it shows you the different ways of achieving speed. This car, obviously, super sticky tires, racing suspension, crazy downforce, and in general, I mean, it comes together so well. Honestly, I love this car right here. The hood, everything about it. And it actually feels lightweight and nimble. The most surprising part about it was that it feels like going fast is not even a worry. It's the easiest thing you can possibly do with it. It's such a crazy experience. I can feel the downforce. I can feel everything just working in harmony. And that sequential gearbox feels just as quick as a dual clutch. And there's the Pista right behind me. So we take a 180 then, right? Being in a supercar and then a track car, you will be surprised at how civilized a supercar starts to feel, doesn't it? Getting in this car, it's like, it does feel edgy. It's probably one of the most edgy street cars you could possibly buy, but at the same time, it feels at home out here to a different respect as a GT4 race car. And having the Ford versus the Ferrari right here, either way you go, I think it's just, there's such fun vehicles to drive, and the experiences couldn't be any more different. This car hooks up, and with that V8 twin turbo motor, the power with it, without a doubt, it accelerates much harder than the GT4. The brakes feel really good, at least when he was braking really hard. The car just clamped down, and it didn't feel too sketchy. It felt like the entire car comes together very well. This is one of the greatest cars I have ever been in. The level of thrill that you get out of this, it doesn't feel like a street car. It is closing the gap to that GT4 race car, and on track, these two things would be neck and neck. One thing I have to say though, my biggest complaint is that these seats, they do not hold you in very well when pushing to the limit. Regardless, with the dual clutch transmission in this car, the gear changes are instantaneous, and I didn't feel any turbo lag. This vehicle right here feels special. It just feels so unique, and you can tell that Ferrari, they put heart and soul into building this car. And the most shocking thing about it, it feels just like my 600 LT. I don't know how I'm saying that, but yeah, the McLaren and the Ferraris feel very similar to me, at least from that short ride I got just now. All right, Jonathan, dude, super cool meeting up with you again. This is what it's all about. You got to track your car. It's the whole point of buying them, right?
See you next time.
Okay, see ya. Okay, Corey, dude, thank you so much for that ride in the Pista. It was really exciting experiencing the Ford versus the Ferrari right there, and how they achieved their lap times and speed in such different ways. You know what though? Which one would you take, the Ferrari or the Ford for track duty?
I for sure get the GT4 for the track. Yeah, the Mustang GT4, I think. We could call it the fastest Mustang. It's just so different than the road version. And like the brake, the steering feel, and how reliable it is on the track. You can drive it like 2 hours straight with no problem. With the Mustang, you just have so much to worry about. I would take the Mustang GT4 for the track. And for the daily, I'll still get my 720.
Yeah, the 720. Yeah, that's a great way to put it. And speaking of the whole GT4 scenario, you can buy two GT4s for the price of one Pista, right? Or a GT4 and a trailer and some vehicle to haul it, to the track.
Yeah, you get you get the same price. You get a proper race car. You get a trailer. You can trade it to the racetrack, and you don't need to worry about if the car breaks. You can still go home.
Yeah.
And then drive the other car. Yeah.
Anyways, guys, thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. It really help us out. Also, if you have a performance car and you want to get it set up for the racetrack, or really, you guys do all sorts of work for cars, right?
We're car people with passion, so we drive on the track, we try our own car, we try race car, we prepare race car. So anything that's a car need, from collision to license plate, we have to put your license plate, collision, prepare your car for the track, roll car, race car, we can do it all.
So like a one-stop destination,
yes,
right?
one-stop destination.
That sounds good. Plus, I'm getting my McLaren set up by them right now. So no, it's really exciting. And you'll find their information in the link down below. That is FSCLA. Anyways, though, thanks again, man.
No worry.
I'll see you at the next one. Make sure to subscribe for much more great supercar track content coming your way. I'll see all of you in the next episode.